what certain owners of certain clubs will do. If you forgive them too quickly, you forgive them too easily, they will revert to type. Leopards, typically speaking, do not change their spots. Let's go to some of these super chats here. This here says,
nor
well,
do
Bournemouth...
pigs as well. The spots that are on pigs, those don't change either. A pig can't change those. So you called us a leopard. We're not a leopard.
He said you pigs. Oh, okay, I get it. Well, Bournemouth beat Plymouth Argyle 1-0 when it should have been 5-0 tonight. Why are they calling
Deji, Rise?
I don't know why they beat Plymouth. Well, Bournemouth beat Plymouth Argyle 1-0 when it should have been 5-0 tonight. I don't know.
It must be calling you Plymouth.
No, that's because Deji called City Plymouth. That's why.
Yeah. Okay, that's why. Spurs will lose to Bournemouth, then beat Chelsea 2-0. I mean, that isn't beyond the realms of possibility.
I'm making this prediction right now. Spurs are getting something against Chelsea.
They're not touching Chelsea, bro.
They are. They're going to get something against Chelsea 100%.
I did feel if whatever happened today, the opposite would happen versus Chelsea.
This is the problem with Spurs.
They won't win, but they'll get something. Maybe a draw.
One game they look crap. Like today, they looked horrible. Tottenham looked really. I actually decided I was going to.
But I remember on Sunday the whole world is watching, so they're gonna turn up.
That's
there was also
I actually predicted Tottenham to lose to Bournemouth and Southampton.
Sorry, Dio, finish your point. Sorry.
Something about a purple patch. If you're having a purple patch and it's not going to be consistent, you can't take that information at that time, that data, and then say, oh, our players are the best, or my manager is the best, or my manager will win me something. You have to see it in a consistent basis before you can actually make such a statement. You guys had a purple patch.
I think people can say whatever the hell they want, personally.
I agree, but I'm saying when you say that, this is what comes back to happen when you play like this. I'm not.
What about you? When you talk all that, and then you finish second.
Listen, but the point is, with me,
you don't keep the same energy with yourself. I understand.
With me, the difference is this, right? Every year coming into the league, you can say for the last 3 seasons, Arsenal would challenge for the title. You cannot say that with chest anytime. You cannot come out.
I've never claimed that we would, not even when we were 10 games unbeaten.
Deji did.
With respect.
Deji did at the beginning of the season.
With respect.
Deji did at the beginning of this season. So if you can sit.
With respect, and I mean this because we are good friends off air. You are chatting some hella budgie banting. You're chatting some crap. Let me tell you what's happening right now, though. And I do want to tell you, if you do allow me 2 minutes to tell you what is happening.
Go on.
And I suspected this from Spurs this season. Postecoglou didn't stutter when he said he always wins something in his second season. I have been suspecting from quite early on that he's conceded the Prem. For him, he knows that a lot of the Spurs fan base are quite happy with winning a cup or two. Now, if Spurs do win the treble and finish 10th, 11th, 12th, the truth of the matter is the Spurs fan base will bite your hand off. I'm the only one who would say, I'm not going to lie, I'll shake my bum violently for the treble. However, I would like to see my club also finish in a respectable position, because finishing 12th is not a respectable position for me. I do see Tottenham winning the Carabao Cup, because remember, cup competitions is one game. So league form does not have any factor when it comes to the cup games. Tottenham, whether you like it or not, is the strongest team in the Europa League right now. So that is very plausible. And our first game in the FA Cup is Tamworth. And no disrespect for the people of Tamworth up in the Birmingham area. So for me, the treble is on. But we have to accept that we're going to do nothing in the league. Now, if you're happy with that as a Spurs fan, it can work. As for me, I would have liked the treble and finishing in the top 4, top 6. But I'm going to have to accept that top 4, top 6 is not possible. But regardless of how I feel about Postecoglou, the brother is focused on the trophies.
If you win the Europa League, you go into the Champions League, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to win the league anyway,
we're in Champions League anyway.
Silverware and Champions League qualification.
I just don't think you make the same amount of money.
What do you mean?
Doesn't matter because you get UCL qualification anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it from a Levy standpoint. What does he want? Whatever makes the most money. And
No, you do make the same money. You do.
You make the same money.
You might. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
if you
just I don't
qualify for
think
the Champions League by winning the Europa League, you're paid the same amount of money. It's still.
And actually, if I'm not mistaken, Spurs would be in pot 1, by the way.
The only thing you don't get is obviously the higher you finish in the Premier League, the more prize money you get. And I think every position is worth about £1.5 to £2 million. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's go for some more of these super chats here. This one says, "Where's the Spurs fan that used to bring out all the stats and think he knows it all?" Yeah, Will has been missing for a while. I do hope he's well and good. Deji, I thought your starting 11 was better than Arsenal's. What the F happened tonight?
That's not our starting 11 tonight. So
That's not.
Hang on, you still can't believe your starting 11 is better than Arsenal's. You can't believe that still.
No, it is. It is.
I think our starting 11 looks a lot better if Romero played like he actually cared.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you. You're the best, Edge. Honestly, you're the fucking best, brother.
Or should I say our starting 11 against Man City always when we play Man City is better than
bet they wish they had a goal or two from corner kicks tonight, is what Boomer Guna says. C, who's a Chelsea fan, says Jackson hat-trick at the 3-point lane. Again, higher line and by mates on the weekend. The Gooner here says sacking Ange won't fix Spurs. The main problem is mentality. Ange might have his issues, but the owners are the real problem. Look at Conte now at Napoli. He is top of the league with his fourth best squad in Italy. I think they were knocked out of the cup tonight, though. Just putting it out there. Why are Spurs fans so behind sacking Ange? He can still win the League Cup or FA Cup for you guys. Those trophies are more important than league position, remember?
I think it's just kind of a cope. Yeah, I agree. I would take those trophies, but that's just kind of a cope to be like, well, we still got this that we're in. Like, losing a game feels the same. Yes, if you're knocked out of a cup competition, it feels a little bit worse, but like drawing to Fulham in those two performances, you couldn't pick the two apart, basically, except for I think we didn't even challenge Kep. I can't remember. It says we have 4 shots on target. I don't know when that was.
No, I don't remember that either. FPL players might bring in Jackson and captain him if he wants to win this weekend. He's getting a brace minimum. Fulham and Denman are above you, Spuds. Big up, Mel. Thank you, Grey Wolf's Dinner, by the way. You left the group chat recently. I've been trying to message you, but I couldn't find your number anywhere, bro. Hope you're good and hope you're well. I can still see you remember, but I hope you're good, brother. The way Staffy laughed, listening to Spurs are the strongest in the Europa League right now. Epic is being 9th in the table, the new definition of strongest team.
We threw away the game against Galatasaray. Anyone can see that if you're not doing a Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. And the game against Roma, it was unfortunate that we didn't take the 3 points. But the truth of the matter is, on our day, we are the strongest team. So Spurs can only beat themselves in the Europa League. That's the truth. What we're asking for is what we want is to mimic our kind of European exploits with the league. And I just think for Spurs fans, there is still hope. If the trophies are that important, then forget about the league, because right now we are on course to losing 17 or 18 games this season, which is our record L's that we would have taken ever in our history. And let's focus on the trophies. If we win the trophies, it wouldn't matter where we finish as long as we don't get relegated.
But you are mimicking it. You are mimicking it, though. You've won 6 of your 13 league games, and in Europe, you've won 3 of your 5. So the percentage is pretty close.
Yeah. I think what we desperately need is certainly, I think obviously we need Romero and Van de Ven back as soon as possible. Now, definitely we need another Van de Ven quality type of defender.
That level and above.
And also on the left-hand side as well, mate. On the left-hand side, I still don't understand why we didn't go and get Eze in the summer.
Definitely, mate. No, mate. It's crazy you didn't do that. Yeah, it would be a different team. Look, I want to.